Hello, boys. It's me again. Today, we'll be doing a walkthrough. Full, complete walkthrough of EldenRing. So to start out here, we're gonna dive straight into it. I would say, with high confidence, if you're new to this game and you've just seen it all over TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and you're brand new, I would take the samurai because you get the best stuff, obviously. Well, for a beginner. I mean, you got a shield, sword, katana, sword/katana, and a bow with some arrows and flaming arrows. It's not a bad start. I prefer, however, this dude right here. He's a little bit harder just because, you don't start out with any kind of intelligence, faith, or arcane, which I think is the same for him, but yeah. It's just you get more dexterity with him and more, this is more balanced in my opinion, so either one of them is good to start, but I like this guy more, so we'll go with him. So, start out like this, and go ahead and name this man Sir Poopyhead. One of my favorite names. I had this on my Dark Souls 1 character, so Sir Poopyhead is born anew. Best keepsake in the game is golden seed as the starter. Get more health flask. I'm not going to really go into too much detail about character customization, but what I like to do is choose Truth Seeker. Keep all that. Change his skin to more of like a tannish. And then I give him some some decent hair. Just like the middle part. Make that hair black. Facial hair. Makes it the same, but yeah, that's not bad. That's about it. I don't know too much of my character. You can go into all that. It would just take forever for me to actually want what I want. So now, for time purposes, I will be skipping time cutscenes. But if you want to see this while you're playing the game, you can. Definitely fire. So you start out in this church. It's pretty bland. Make sure to pick this up. Basic controls of this game. If you're playing on PlayStation, which is what I'm playing, I uploaded this video from PlayStation. So the basic controls are. Let me turn my lights. Sorry. So on your PlayStation controller, you should see R2, which is the big button. That's a heavy attack. R1, light attack. L1 is for shields. L2 is for parrying. And also, if you take off your shield, which is triangle and R1 together, double-handed sword does more damage. Get a different moveset as well. If you now hold down L2 and then you press R2, you'll get your special attack. This is all taught to you in the tutorial, so if I'm going too fast, you can check it out. The tutorial is after you die over there. Sorry for the spoilers. Anyways, triangle is how you see your hotbar, and also how you get back your shield. Square is how you heal, and that's the basic knowledge. There's not too much to that besides, I mean, the arrows are used for equipping and unequipping things. See? And one of the big things in this game is your equipment load, so square is how you de-equip things, sorry. Anyways, this isn't bad armor set, that's why I got it as my starting gear, cause I mean, it gives you the best stats overall and gives you the biggest prevention. So let's just go ahead and dive into here. Now then, minor spoiler alert, I won't be doing too much of spoiler alerts, but right here, a dude's gonna come over that. You're gonna, most people think they can kill him, but he's a very simple enemy to kill once you get your healing flask, but since we don't have any of those, he's kind of hard, so. You're meant to die by this guy, so if you die, do not worry. Okay. But, let's just go ahead and let him kill me. Because, I mean, I've never actually killed this guy. If you kill him, you get some pretty cool swords, and then you kill yourself off a cliff. That's about it. Fall into a cave. Random maid comes down, is like, what? Saves you. There you go. You get your flask and your staff. So the tutorial is right here. You just jump down, and if you need help learning the controls more, you go down there and it'll teach you everything you need to know. You can skip the whole tutorial though, so that's pretty nice. So these things you'll be finding throughout the game. The game's basically telling you to touch grass. I love that. But every single time you sit right here, the enemies in your area will respawn. You'll get your HP back, your flask, all that jazz. You get it back. And this is why I told you to choose the golden seed, because once you get that, you get an extra health flask, added a charge to your flask of crimson tears. Now, what that does is, now I have 4. Now, your red flask are your healing flask. Your blue ones are for your mana. Mana is used for those really special attacks. Like whenever I hold down L2, that doesn't use any, but you know, whenever you use it for your sword, it uses that blue stuff on the top left corner of the screen. Now, if you just continue on up here after grabbing those, all of the things that they've been giving you up to this point are just multiplayer things, so you can definitely play with your friends in this game. Definitely a lot of fun. I would highly recommend that once you get better at the game and understand the mechanics. So here's EldenRing. One of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my whole life. Now, I would recommend only using this playthrough if you seriously get stuck somewhere, because it's a lot of fun playing this by yourself, even if you suck at it. But I do tend to get lost. I did. I know this game a lot. I've platinumed it, so. If you talk to this guy, he'll call you maidenless. You can't really do anything with him right now. He says you have no bitches, basically. Yep. Now what that does is you can call upon people from other worlds right here, if you have PlayStation Plus, of course. And you can either call people or you can go and help people. That's just the basic of multiplayer. Every single person in this game, including myself, at the very start of the game, tried killing this guy right here. You can kill him. He's just a very hard guy to kill, okay? I've done it before, but right now, we're just not even gonna, deal with him. He's very overpowering. See, look, he just spots you. What you want to do in this situation is hold down circle, which allows you to run and just run the way. Run the fuck away. Okay. Now we're at the church of Elaha. Sorry if my pronunciation's trash, but it's whatever. Touch that grass right there. Merchants. Merchants you see throughout the game. Kind of basic. If you've ever played any kind of adventure game, this is what they are. But they basically allow you to buy crap off, and that helps you throughout the game. It's pretty simple. Very simple. Only thing you could get from this guy that would be useful is your crafting kit and the torch. Torch helps you see stuff if you can't see anything in the dark. Crafting kit allows you to craft some stuff that we'll need later on in the game. Smithing stones. They are upgrading materials for your weapon and your shield and anything. It's not like Dark Souls 1. You cannot upgrade up your armor to my knowledge. I haven't played this game in a second. But I do not believe you can upgrade up your armor like Dark Souls 1 and 2 and 3. So that's one difference. If you hold down the joystick, the right joystick allows you to lock onto enemies. Now, here's some Assassin's Creed stuff for you. If you crouch down and you hold down circle, you can run while crouching. And he doesn't even notice I'm right here. And you can just, nutty backstab. Very simple. Now we get on to the fun stuff. What you want to do is come over here. So I took a left from that road and I came up this hill. We find this guy crouched down next to some like random crap. He may notice you, but they're so weak that you're not really affected by them. Only reason that you would die from that guy is if they're like gang banging you, you know. Here's your very first cave. You'll find these throughout the game. One of my favorite things is just exploring caves. You know, you always find them in a new playthrough because there's so many of them. Now, I would not recommend coming in here if you don't have the torch yet, unless you're really good with eyesight. Now then, if you just come through here, you will find some wolves. Now then, these dudes are not to be messed with. Hold on. Yeah, be very careful. Okay, do not underestimate these guys. What you want to do here is, if you see that big boy right there, I'm going to take him out. That's the leader of the pack right there, I think. Could be wrong. Okay, ready? Drop down. Pop, pop. I got it. Square. If you double tap circle, allows you to dodge them like this. You can spam dodge if you don't know what you're doing. There you go. These guys, see that white fox right there, or whatever he is. He'll do some pretty nasty combos on you if you don't let him. But just hold shield and stuff, and you'll get a hang. Now once you've killed all of these stupid dogs, come over here and grab this. And there should be two more over here. Yep. One slash shield. Hold your shield if you're not prepared for him. Grab those crafting materials. Yep, yep, yep. Golden ruins, they give you money. That's the whole purpose of them. Once you've done all that, which I know for beginners a lot, you come over here and here's the boss fight. This guy is very simple but very hard at the same time. If you are new to this game, this is the perfect guide to practice your moves on. I promise you. If you come over here, Beastman of Farm Azul. Now he's gonna push forward, and all of his attacks are just very crazy. The whole point of doing this boss fight for y'all this early is to help you get used to dodging and understanding the mechanics of the game. So, if you perfectly dodge, which is it's not very hard to do once you get used to it, you know. But you see, his thing is you can stun lock him so easily. And see, watch this. Stun lock. Stun lock. And now he's down. I'm doing the special move, which is causing big boy damage. And it's just absolutely stun locking. He has no armor whatsoever on him. So, very simple if you just want to do that. But he's very easy to practice your dodges on, if you can see. But yeah, that is the basics of this game. And, do we have time for another one? Hold on, let's see how far have I gone. Yeah, we'll make this a two-part video right here. Go ahead, backstab that guy. Oh, I wonder what's over here. Some flowers? Nope, just Sir Poopy Head from the shadow. Suck on my wiener. Now then, continue on going down here to find some random dude scouting out, because I don't even know. Really backstab him. Now, these things, I was so confused on what they did when I first started the game. So, the basics of these guys is, if you go near them at all, you can, if you die, you respawn on them. Now then, if you die, you lose all of your money in the bottom right. See, I've got 1,747 shekels. If I die, all those are gone. But if you respawn, you go back to your place that you died, you can pick them back up. Now, if you die 2 times in a row, you cannot pick up the money from the first time you died. And that's the basics of the death currency. Now, I'll show you guys, you bake them into big attack, and then you lay it on them. This is the very first town. See that there's 2 dudes over there? I'm trying to make this easy on y'all. Crouch down. I want those 2 to go away. He may notice, and he's got suspicion. Lock on him. Go up to him. Kill him. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, see, that's why I said be careful. Oh my god. Those dogs are so annoying, you can't take them out. And now we got the whole town on us. So what I would do here is run. There's nothing too much worth your time in this town. The only thing that's worth your time is this right here and the whetstone blade over there, which we'll get here in a second. We just gotta reset and get over juice back. Oh my god. Okay, now once you come over here to this grace, or the one down there, either one, you'll get this cutscene. Oh, what the hell? Okay, wow. Now then, if an enemy comes near your grace, you cannot sit down on it. See? It just turns gray. Stop that. But once you kill them, wow, it reignites. Now this is one of the mandatory cutscenes, I think. I can't really skip it. And I stand corrected.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
This is a maiden?
The 2 fingers.
The concept of a maiden is pretty simple. What they do in this game is, well, you only really get 1 maiden, but she grants you a horse, and the whole point of her is to help you go burn the Erd tree.
Summon
and
me
she's going to
by
be the
grace
sacrificial piece
to turn
to the
wounds
Earth
into
Tree, which you
strength.
don't learn until later in the game. So the whole point of her is to help guide
Another
you through the
matter.
game, realistically.
I bequeath
But
to
she's
you
kind of
this
useless
ring.
on guiding. She just yaps a lot. A lot. This is the only use. Like, the only purpose of her is giving you the steed whistle. That's
Use
the only
it.
realistic
It will
purpose of her.
summon Torrent to treat him.
And she can also
Shall
level
let
you
my
up.
share them with me. Your thoughts,
So we'll go
your
ahead and level up
ambitions,
Vigor a little
the
bit.
principles you would follow.
Give you some more HP. Disappear. And yeah, now we can level up. Which is pretty awesome sauce. We'll save some money so we can go buy some stuff from the merchant. But real quickly, just to get this off of our plate, if you hold down triangle and you click on the up arrow of the I think it's the D-pad. I don't know. You summon this boy. Oh yeah. Yep. So the game tells you if you hit X and then hit X again, you double jump. Whole lot of fun. Now what we're gonna do here is just speed through this city. Okay. Go ahead, jump off your horse. Do not let this guy call any more of his buddies. I'm gonna run past all these enemies. I'm going to this little tiny tunnel. Realistically, they will not follow you. Every single city slash town has one of these underground things that there's a chest in. And you get the Ash of War Storm Stomp. And the Whetstone Knife. The purpose of the Whetstone Knife is if you have a regular weapon that has it's just ordinary and not special, like me, you can add those special effects onto it through the Whetstone Knife. And it's way more simple than what it sounds like. But you get to add some pretty cool stuff on there. Once you get up here and you're not spotted. Okay. I got this. We're gonna have to fight off these enemies now. This guy right here does a lot of damage, so lure him away from the rest of the group. Big boy strike him. Bait him again. You want to bait his attacks and then do big boy strikes. That's what I've been taught. Now he can counterattack you. Big boy strike. Right up his butt. Okay. He does some pretty big damage, so... Oh my god, be careful of putting him in close range. Should have not shot that. There you go. He may not be that easy to yell, so I'm sorry if you die. But he can drop his armor like that. Any enemy can drop their armor, basically, besides bosses. So let's check that out. Can I put that on? Oh, yeah. So, here's my drip. But yeah, let's continue on up here. I am the Drippy Knight. You dare challenge me? Oh yeah, and these basic enemies can drop some smithing stones, upgrading items. The last thing we will do in this video is go over the Church of Ella again. Once you've gotten the steed, if you go over to the Church of Ella in the same night, or any other night, you'll find her.
May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
Which is Renna.
I'd heard tell of a Tarnished, and upon look
Hello.
at talk I surmise thou art to call forth the spectral steed name.
I can call a spectral steed.
I was entrusted by torrents.
And now you get the spirit calling bell and some lone ashes. This is why people call EldenRing easy. Because of this main factor. If you go over here and do the same thing, you can put down these dudes. And what they do is you can use them whenever you find other enemies. Whenever you see that little tiny gate with some weird oh my god. Excre some weird words on it. Um, that means you can summon your spirit ashes. And what they do is they assist you in battle. Lone wolves. These are basically these really annoying wolves. They will follow you. If you come over here and like you attack this guy right here, kinda gotta not go too far away from your wolves or else they'll despawn. But yeah, check that out. They are pretty overpowered. So definitely worth the get. Those are kind of required if you want to do Rana's, or Rennie's, whatever, quest line. The Witch's quest line. You get a really cool sword. And an ending. So, there you go. There you have it. That's the basics of Elden Ring. And that's our start to our venture. This is my very first video ever posting on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed watching, if you ever did watch this video. And, yeah, I'll see you.